People tell me, Lanu, I need this and that, and I want this and that. Could you help me? And I tell them, I'm the wrong person to be asked. Why? Because you need nothing. I can give you nothing. Anything else I would not give you because I know it would hurt you. What do you mean by nothing? Well, you need nothing. I have to pay the rent. I have kids. I have a house. I have a car. I must eat. You need nothing. Now you may need this and that and this and that, but if you really want true happiness, you will discover it means needing nothing. And whatever you want will be supplied in life to you. This is the law of life. You can become everything in the world because you are not from this world. You are from beyond. From another place, completely other place. And you enter this world identifying yourself with this forbidden fruit, if I may say so. And you taste it, and it tastes good. Oh, it tastes good. And you want more, and you die, and your desire survives, and you cling to a new body. And there you are again. You're born, you live, you die. Over and over again. There are maybe 2 or 3 people in the world already who are dissatisfied with such a procedure. Same procedure as last year. You remember? Every Christmas. It's the same procedure every time, dear friends. Is there nothing else? Listen, if there would be nothing else, I would teach you how to get everything in life, because I got everything in life. Millions of records, all the women, all the planes, all the private jets, the yachts, you name it. All the big friends. Sean Connery was my best friend. 4 years I lived with him and his wife. In Malibu, not Malibu, Los Angeles, but in Casa Malibu, Marbella. I wrote a symphony, the Malibu Symphony. You can listen to it on the YouTube. I dedicated it to Sean and his wife. In this wonderful time in Casa Malibu, Nueva Andalucía. Beautiful, but what is the little, how can I say, negative aspect? It's impermanent. It was. Now there's no house there anymore. The water comes close to the shore and, they changed everything. Anyway, transiency, impermanence is suffering. And if you want to escape that, you must understand that you should want something new. What is this new? Nothing. Only nothing, which means no thing, can end your suffering. Everything else throws you over and over again on the wheel of samsara. You see, you said to me, oh, I have to pay the rent, I have to do this, I have to do that. 3 things you need. Divine message from the true God, little booklet, German, English. Then soul breath meditation is also a little booklet, and the mantra. Now, didn't I just say you need nothing? Now I say you need the little booklet, you need soul breath meditation, you need the mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. But this will lead you, those are tools that will lead you to your path to nothing. And when you don't need them anymore, you throw them away. And that's it then. See, this like a raft. When you cross the river, you leave it. You don't take it on your shoulder and carry it with you. You don't need it anymore. This teaching leads to the end of seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, feeling, thinking. This teaching leads you to the end of thinking, because thinking is the most horrible thing in the world. It's a devil's tool. In meditation, dear friends, you will experience that you let go of all sense activities, and you still are. You're not less. In the contrary, you become more, you expand. Suddenly, oh, I didn't know that. Yes, you didn't know that because you concentrated on the worldly things. They are dissatisfying, I tell you. I know that most people say, let me first try myself. And then I will, follow you or follow the teaching. Don't follow me. You need nothing, and you need it desperately. What is nothing? Nothing doesn't mean being destroyed, dear friends. Nothing means not to hear, not to see, not to touch, not to feel, not to think. No thing. All these things, I tell you, are things. A thought is a thing. A thought is a thing. It's made of akasha. It's made of mula prakriti. It's made of matter. Thoughts are matter. Just very refined matter. Even what you call your spirit, what the religions call spirit, is nothing but very, very refined matter. So the difference between the physical body and the spirit is just a difference of vibrations of the same essential mula prakriti matter. And it's impermanent too. Why would you like to want something? It will be taken away from you, dear friends. No? Latest when you die. You will ask yourself, why do I reincarnate? It's your desire. You desire that which is being ripped off from you. You want it again, and you take it. And again you are born, you live, you die, and you suffer. You cling to what you are not. Anatta, says the Buddha. So misunderstood of this insane Dalai Lama, sorry when I say this word, it's not very kind of me, who rapes the message of the Buddha, who distorts the message of the Buddha, who says there's no self. If there's no self, then you don't need to think about anything. You are born, you live, you die. No reincarnation. I would teach you then really how to live. But the thing is, you see, when you let go of that to which you were clinging until now, you will discover something new. It's the world beyond happiness of the senses. There is something else. The Buddha said it himself. He said, before I found that happiness beyond happiness of the senses, I fell back into the pleasure of the senses. During his meditations, you know the story, he left home, he left palace, he left wife. He wanted to find a situation where you are not constantly born, live and die. He wanted to find true immortality. Dear friends, I'm talking here about being immortal. If you want nothing, what you will receive is true immortality, timeless, eternal, no beginning, no end, and so forth. Something that has a beginning cannot have no end. Our religions teach us, well, you will be forever in heaven. Buddha went to heaven. He found it also impermanent. And he did the next step, nirvana. Free from everything that is impermanent. Because if you would be that impermanent which is constantly being ripped off from you, taken away from you, then you would not suffer from it. You would not even be aware of the change. See? You need nothing. This is, of course, a teaching that, maybe 3-4 people in the world understand what I'm talking about. The other Buddhists, so-called Buddhists, they teach you how to enjoy the world and be happy, be this, be that. See? And you fall deeper and deeper into material world, into the senses and so forth. But you would risk half an hour, 1 hour per day, soul breath meditation. You would discover something very interesting. You would discover what you are really not by observing that which you are not, being attentive. Observing how the breath comes in, comes out. It inhales you. You don't inhale even. if you observe the breath, you'll see it works without you. You're not even that. You're in a machine that has power over you. And in the way that you identify with that machine, you die. This machine is your killer. Is a killer. And you can escape that constant new being killed, life after life, samsara, by detaching from it. But that means you must want nothing. Now, I don't know in which situation you are right now. Maybe you are a monk in Thailand or in India and you are already on that path. But most people have their daily life. They must work. They have children. As I mentioned in the beginning, they have kids, they have a home, they have a car. But you see, when you listen to me now and you say, oh, I would like to have that. Did I say that you should leave your husband, your kids, and then go away? No. If you really want something, the circumstances will appear that you can have it. And if you really want nothing, then you can begin with the first step to it. And you detach in daily meditation more and more from everything, yet you are still in the world, you are not of the world, and this big difference. And you begin the path to nothing, to wanting nothing, and yet not being destroyed. That would be foolish. If I would teach you here, want nothing, and that would mean at the end that you're destroyed, that's nonsense. You're free. Where is there, O enlightened one, said somebody to the Buddha, pleasure, or where can there be a wonderful situation if I detach from everything? Well, the Buddha said, this is the wonderful, that you are detached from it. That you're not anymore under the influence of anatta. See? Excuse my imperfect way of explaining that which I myself experience in meditation every day. It's the immortal. I want to share it with you. So if you are in the middle of your life, you see, Michael Douglas said, greed is good. Greed will catch you, and it caught him, and it will catch everybody else. And it will draw you deeper and deeper into transient material world, down to the Avicii hell, if you overstep the boundaries. You need nothing. If we need nothing, why are we here? Why did we leave that secure home, nirvana, where everything comes from? Because we didn't know. Jesus already said the truth will set you free. So we had to dive into this material world, into this dissatisfying world. Why dissatisfying? Because once you have a pleasure, it disappears again. There are people who want to prolong the orgasm for hours and days and so forth. And if they would prolong it for 1,000 years, it will end one day. And being attached to such a pleasure, they would immediately dive deeper into the world and they would become a slave, as most people are nowadays. They are slaves of their desires. Young people say, we want to be free to outlive our desires. In truth, they are not free. They are slaves of their desires. Free they would be if they would meditate every day, if they would free themselves from their masters. Right now, their masters are their desires. Eating, drinking, sex, drugs, and so forth. Okay, it's okay. But if you dive very deep into it, then you become the slave of that from which you thought you would be the master. Think about it. So let go. Let go means that there's somebody who lets something go. The Dalai Lama teaches there's no self. Well, then I wouldn't say let go. Why? The hand cannot throw itself away. When I say let go, there are two. One who was clinging and that to which he clung or was clinging. Now these two are there. Atta and anatta, self and no self. So now, it's your decision. Until now you were a slave of your no self. Your desire for life brought you back, and desire for life is like wanting a poisonous drink. It poisons you, it kills you. So now, let's together start a long march back, almost like Mao Zedong, only that there was another situation. There's a one person, it's me, I'm not a guru. I just passed that teaching on to you. And now let's march together away out of the world, not by killing ourselves. Suicide won't help. It'll throw you so fast back on the wheel of life and death, you won't imagine. Let's renounce the world at least half an hour a day or 1 hour a day. But we need tools. We need divine message from the true God. We need the mantra and soul breath meditation. That we need. And so, by meditating every day, by letting go every day a little bit more, you will discover something wonderful. Things that you thought you would desperately need, oh, we need this and this and that, suddenly you don't want them anymore. You still are. You don't leave your house or your family or this. I don't say that, but we begin slowly and slowly. Anatta, our non-selves to which we were clinging, drop from us, piece by piece. I'm not talking about a process where immediately you reach immortality in nirvana. This can happen. It happened to a monk of the Buddha when he saw a leaflet falling from a tree. Bah, he said, now I understand. Everything that I cognize, that I am aware of, is transient. I should not cling to it. It'll be taken away from me anyway. Women love beauty. Oh, I had the most beautiful women and the most famous ones. One of the less famous was, for instance, Heather Thomas from Fall Guy. Yeah, sure, beautiful. Well, look at her today. If you identify with the physical body. See what I mean? And they cling to it. We talk another time about it. I love you.